Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I reacted to meepy blue blind bag vending machine. Yes, I hope you enjoy the video and let's go in.
Blind bag vending machine. It can hold multiple blind bags at once and can dispense blind bags at the mercy of a pole. Let's see what we got this time. It wasn't very easy to make, however, and in fact, let me show you the process of everything so that you can truly understand the pains that I went through just to get this to work properly. So today is December 23rd. I really need to get this vending machine started. I spent maybe a couple hours just searching through the Amazon rainforest of fine dust to find a perfect box for this video, and I found this guy. The main reason
Yeah, sorry guys. Okay guys, I'm back.
I made a blind bag vending machine. It can hold multiple blind bags at once and can dispense blind bags at the mercy of a pole. Let's see what we got this time. It wasn't very easy to make, however, and in fact, let me show you the process of everything so that you can truly understand the pains that I went through just to get this to work properly. Today is December.
Guys, at last we can start.
It wasn't very easy to make, however, and in fact, let me show you the process of everything so that you can truly understand the pains that I went through just to get this to work properly. So today is December 23rd. I really need to get this vending machine started. I spent maybe a couple hours just searching through the Amazon rainforest of fine dust to find a perfect box for this video, and I found this guy. The main reason I chose this box was because I didn't have any other boxes of this size. I don't even drink coffee. It's mainly my family. All of my family are coffee addicts. Except for me. Help me. I'm just kidding. But this is the box so I had to tape this opening because I need it to be in its rectangular prism shape. This is what we're gonna have to work with. I have no idea how this mechanism is gonna work inside, but I know for sure that I want to cut a little.
Please, that's not a good video, man. Hey guys, I'm back. I was just eating, so I gotta continue the video.
Opening on the back side, I want this openable so that, I could put stuff in there. I need to get an X-Acto knife. So I have my X-Acto knife here, and I'm just going to use that to cut these three sides. Make sure not to slice myself. I'm not very skilled with X-Acto knives, if I'm being honest. Okay, that's good enough. Now and then I'm just going to complete the cuts with my scissors right here. This edge too. Okay, so here is what we have so far. I had to tape the insides a little bit because they were kind of sticky out a little bit on the inside. But this is what I meant by having an open inside. So that
guys, I don't know what happened to this part. Yeah, it's not used on the upgrade, but I just never use it. So cool to use it now, right?
I could put it in the blind bags in case I need a restock. I don't even know where to start. What I know for sure is that on the front, I want to have a little blind bag displayed. So I'm probably going to cut a little window for that. Also, I do need a little window to pick up the blind bag once you use the vending machine. We also need to make an incision for the mechanism, like the turning mechanism or the button mechanism. I haven't decided for sure. In my world, everything's tax-free, everything's free. So you don't need a coin for this. Even though I don't know what the mechanics of the vending machine are going to be, at least the first thing we could do is make a little display blind bag that'll fit around this area. So I cut out a piece of paper here that I think will fit in the spot that I want it to be well. And I'm just going to draw on the cover. I'm going to use blue because so on the top we're going to draw a dotted line. Oh, that looks horrible. Scissors here in the middle we're going to draw a circle, passable I guess, and then a question mark in bubble letters. And now we're just going to fill in all the white spots surrounding the question mark. Okay, not exactly how I imagined it to be, but you know what, it's passable. Last thing for the drawing is that I'm going to draw some lines on the top and the bottom just as a border. Okay, that's the top, and then here's the bottom.
Okay, nice.
Okay, I don't like what's going on.
Oh yeah, guys, can you please like and subscribe to the video? I need the views and the likes and subscribes to get better to my big brother.
Not over here. I don't have the energy to change anything else. I'm going to seal the sides together with some tape.
Okay.
And then since this is just a display blind bag, we're just going to fill this up with paper to give it the illusion that it's full.
Okay guys, I'm back.
Finally, we could just close off the top edge. And here's our display blind bag. Now I feel like I feel comfortable cutting out a window from our actual vending machine. So we're just gonna go on the back side, measure the rectangle in respect to the blind bag. I'm just gonna go in with my pen. How am I gonna cut this?
Yeah.
And here is the cut that I made. Now it's not perfect, and I made a little oopsie. But here's the outside. I think the oopsie is more obvious over here, but it doesn't look too bad, right? We just need to add a little clear panel here, which will be a plastic bag so that it's not, you can't like reach in and take this thing out because that's robbery. So I got this piece of plastic that I cut out of one of my plastic packagings. Yes, I save plastic packagings specifically for crafts like these. And I'm just going to glue that on here. Dude, this whole time there's just a smell that was lingering and I couldn't figure out what it was until I looked down. It was my hot glue gun. And I was like, what's burning? Going to glue this plastic onto here, and here it is in its glory. I think it looks pretty nice. So now we need to find some way to have this display nicely behind this plastic. So I have this blue cardstock, and I'm going to use this to hold my plastic blind bag in here. Update number 15. Update number 15. This is the contraption that I came up with. Basically how this works is that the blind bag goes in here. This together is going to attach to the corner just like this. Maybe I made the hole a little bit too big, but it's okay. Let's just test this out and see how it works. Oh, guys, I finally got this thing on here. You can see the disgusting hot glue that is running along the sides. Clearly, this is not large enough to cover this entire corner, but on the front, it doesn't look too bad. If you turn it this way, you can see a little gap, but I'm satisfied enough with this. And P.S. I'm telling you right now, when it comes to large projects, especially involving cardboard, hot glue is your way to go. Update. It's been 6 hours. No, I'm just kidding. I really did spend some time thinking about how this mechanism will work. So I was thinking here would be where I would store the blind bags. I would take a piece of cardboard, this is the only cardboard that I could find, and make a tiny ramp that angles downward, and then it's gonna slope down, and then once you press a button, the blind bag can fall down. And here, where you can take the blind bag up from the front, this section right here. If that doesn't make sense, it's okay. Honestly, I have no idea what exactly this is gonna look like. We're just gonna give it a try. So here's my ramp piece, this top part, right here. You see it? It's just to help it attach to the top of the machine, and it's gonna be angled like this. Okay, so this is what it looks like attached. The issue is probably this side. I think the blind bags would probably just fall off the side, so I should probably add an extra railing here. So here's the railing. Here is how the vending machine looks inside with the railing on. The next thing we need to do is to work on the button. This is a mini update. I unplugged the glue gun because the smell was just overpowering. I added a little ramp opposite to the ramp that I made because I only want one blind bag to fall down. If I made this gap too big, I think multiple blind bags would fall at once, and that's no good. So it's December 24th right now, it's the next day, and this is what I'm coming to. As I said before, I think the first thing I need to do is work on the button. By the way, just wanted to preface this by saying you'll be seeing a lot of failed attempts in the coming clips. Okay, thanks, bye. At least I initially thought to make a button, so I'm taking this random envelope box and forming a rectangular tube. I didn't have cardboard boxes, so I used my next best option, trash. At first, my tube was too big for the hole I wanted for the button, so I had to try my best to reduce the tube's size. With a white pen, I'm drawing an outline on the vending machine box for the hole of the button, in which I carved into using an X-Acto knife. Then I remembered the vending machine wouldn't work if there wasn't a hole in the button. There was just way too much experimentation happening that I can't even put into words, but eventually this is what I came up with. This capsule shape is the front of the button, this trapezoid is to keep the blind bags inside in place, and the sponge is for the button to rebound. Testing it out, I noticed that the button was too heavy and thus could not stand straight. To remedy this, I used a thin strip to make a connecting rod between the trapezoid and the sponge.
Okay.
I As you can see here, the blind bag will slip down just like that. Speaking of blind bags, I prepped 3 blind bag bags and I'm just slipping many objects in each one. Unfortunately, this button mechanism I made didn't seem like it would drop 1 blind bag at a time, which is super important. So I did some thinking and ultimately I decided to switch plans to make this pulling slope design in which you pull the retractable and a slope will drop the blind bags in a clean fashion, just like this. I used an end bit from our old button mechanism to make a little handle, and I'm just using a paper guard to hold all of the blind bags inside the slope. Again, which took a heck ton of experimentation and finagling, but alas, the machine was still not to dispense 1 blind bag at a time. Yes, I did change my shirt. I did not expect this machine to take this long and for it to be this complicated. Oh, you know what? Since I'm here, just a little fun fact about me. Just one fun fact. Look at my arm. You know what? I think this arm is more obvious. I swear this is genetic. Most of my family has this. This is exactly the reason why I can't go bowling. The last time I went to go bowling was around maybe middle school or so. I was playing with maybe 8 or 9 people. It was really fun and all, but I got dead last with a whopping score of 9 pins. It was just 1 roll too. It was 1 roll hitting 9 pins and then the rest of the rolls I got gutter balls. Even if you're semi-decent, things can get really competitive, but if you're really lagging behind the rest, people will just pity you, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, I don't blame them, because I really sucked back then. You thought I cussed. Roll the clip back.
Oh, no.
Flick. I wouldn't do that to you guys. At some point, I was just too tired to work on the whole vending machine mechanism and just switched gears to make an opening for the bottom of our vending machine. This part came out alright, but it was like 12 a.m. at this point and I just wanted to collapse into bed. Merry Christmas. It's December 25th. It's actually 3 p.m. right now. I was supposed to film this... mosquito. I was supposed to film this in the morning, but I was staring at this for hours trying to figure out how to have this vending machine dispense 1 blind bag at a time, and this is the only thing I've added to it. Just a little ramp so that the blind bag can fall into this little area. I think I found a solution where I could store all of the blind bags inside the machine. So I cut out these 2 slits on the side. These are used for these 2 sliders that will insert itself through the slot. And inside I added these little 2 mini shelves to hold the sliders inside. This is what it looks like on the inside with the sliders all in. Here's the side. It's not the prettiest, but it'll work for now. I can put 2 blind bags on top of each slider, and the 3rd blind bag can go in here. Once I pick up the 1st blind bag, you can just pull this out to drop this blind bag into here, and then you can pull this thing to release the 2nd blind bag, and then same thing for the 3rd. So let me give you a demonstration here. Okay, so let's drop the 1st blind bag. We could just pull this in the back, and then the 2nd one will drop. You just gotta make sure not to shake this too much or else that'll happen. To hold this back cover shut, I'm taking 2 paper clips. I know they're bent as heck, but I'm going to puncture a hole on the top and the bottom. Now we can slide the paper clips inside. On the back side, I'm just gonna bend it so it stays flat. I don't feel like using hot glue today, so I'm just gonna use tape. I'm gonna bend this too, and then my tape. So this is what we have so far. Kind of bend this way. For the other side, I'm going to attach these things. Throughout school, I did not know what the names of these were, and it bothered me so much. For your information, these are called grass fasteners. So I'm just going to do the same thing and poke a hole at the top and bottom. This time, I'm going to use a thumbtack. I don't even know if these fasteners are going to go in. Somehow I need to get these fasteners to fit in a tiny hole like this.
Yeah. I just make a whole list of fasteners.
Kids, do not try this at home. Oh, that took me way longer than these. Now the reason why I added these 4 attachments is because I'm going to use elastics to hold the back shut. So I have these small elastic bands. I'm going to use 2 each just for a stronger hold. There's the 2nd one. Alright, perfect. Now that all the mechanics are set, it's finally time to decorate. Yeah. I pre-cut these paper panels, which I should have done before cutting out all of these little holes in the box, but yeah, some of the panels I just kind of had to cut around it and hope for the best. So here's what the panel panels look like on the actual vending machine. I also put some extra paper on the sides because there's only so much eyesore a person can really take. Meanwhile, the backside. Anyways, now we just gotta create a design for this. Is the final product. Honestly, I'm surprised that this even came together at all, given I was about to give up after day 0. I mean, I would never give up, but I hope this was enjoyable for you to watch me struggle. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Meepy Blues.
You guys too. Bye.